A year after he was ordained, having not found passage into Jerusalem, Ignatius, along with two of his companions, decided to go to Rome and place themselves at the disposal of the Pope. On their way from Vicenza to Rome, Ignatius and his friends stopped at a small chapel in Storta, a few miles outside the city. It was here that Ignatius had a mystical experience. He had a vision of God placing him alongside Christ as he carried his cross towards crucifixion. This experience had a profound impact on Ignatius and his early companions and oriented their mission and identity. In this vision, Ignatius felt confirmed of his vocation to walk with the crucified one. This particular image of Jesus is striking. It is different from Jesus at the Nativity or Jesus at the wedding of Cana. It's different from Jesus raising Lazarus from the dead or the risen Christ making breakfast on the beach for his companions. Here it is Jesus carrying his cross on the way to his crucifixion. Earlier this year, I had the opportunity to spend time at Kino Border Initiative, a migration advocacy organization located in Nogales on the U.S.-Mexico border. Together with 8 colleagues from Santa Clara University, we spent the week immersing ourselves in the complex reality of the borderlands. We met with a diverse group of people, from migrants, asylum seekers, and deportees, to ranchers, border patrol agents, and medical examiners. Daily, migrants are trafficked through the Sonora Desert. Denied asylum and visas, they look for alternatives. Oftentimes, they are lied to by coyotes or polleros. They are told, it's only a few days' walk until you will be safely reunited with your family. The desert is extremely inhospitable. It is mountainous and rocky, with temperatures reaching up to 120 degrees in the summer and as low as 35 degrees in the winter months. It is impossible to carry enough water for the journey. If they do not walk fast enough, or if they get injured, they are left behind. In 2021, the Pima County medical examiners recorded 226 deaths in the Sonora Desert, many of whom are classified as undocumented border crosser. Many others go unfound. They die alone, crucified in the desert. During our time with the Kino Border Initiative, we walked into the desert. We traveled areas that often are traveled by migrants. Along the way, we found backpacks, clothes, shoes, and other discarded relics left behind in the desert. We visited the Pima County Medical Examiner's office and learned about the work they do to identify bodies they find in the desert and the proper burial they give to the remains that they find in a cemetery in Tucson. The staff and volunteers at Kino walk with the crucified one daily. They offer humanitarian aid at the center in Nogales, Sonora, Mexico. Meals, showers, and clothes are provided. Women and children and families find temporary shelter. First aid and medical care are provided. Intake interviews are conducted with each individual that walks through the door. Human rights abuses are documented and people can share their story. Dignity is restored. Let us pray that as a Santa Clara community, we too may follow Ignatius's footsteps to walk with the crucified Lord. As the volunteers and staff members at Kino Border Initiative have found their calling to accompany migrants on the border, we too might take a moment to reflect how we are being called in our context. Where do we encounter the crucified one among us? Who do we see that is suffering in our midst, abandoned or alone? Who is in need of our companionship? And lastly, who are our companions in mission? Ignatius walked the road with his friends, never alone. Who are our friends and companions that remind us of our mission and our identity? Who comfort us and strengthen us to continue our journey of faith and to walk with the crucified one? May we feel inspired by Ignatius's vision at Storta to walk with those who are most vulnerable in our midst and to find companions who desire to do the same.